Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everybody throughout this crazy world, this is the Monkey Man, and welcome to another episode of Roll Call Raw Talk. Now, today I wanted to talk about some games that I just bought while we rolled up. We have our wallpaper here, but these are too small. I want to make a good cone, so we'll be doing our job. We'll be doing the job right with a 1.5. We got our tips. We got our stuff. Let's talk about some interesting stuff. And I even got a Coke. Again, anything I talk about is not sponsored by me. I am just a fan of anything I talk about, and I like to talk about what I like to talk about. As my Coke slowly explodes. So, the games that I bought first would be this game right here. And this is Mass Effect, and I got the full collection with the DLCs and extra discs on that. Mass Effect is a great newer game for those who don't know. It is a space travel game. You play as Captain Shepard as you go with the Normandy and do incredible space adventures. It is a role-playing game. Your decisions will affect what happens in the game. Let me see if I can turn that up. There we go. And it is very immersive. Different kind of ways to customize your characters. Different kind of way to interact. All kinds of cool alien species. A storyline that is very immersive. Very immersive, which I enjoy. And, Mass Effect, I've been playing for years. I've been playing over and over and over and over again. You can never go wrong with Colonel Shepard, with Garrett, with the Krogans, with the Solarians, the Quarians, and everything like that. I love Mass Effect. It is a great story. And it's nice to finally play with be able to have the ability to play with all the DLCs right there in my possession. And, you know, it'll be a great experience. Now, that out of the way. That is not the game I am excited for. The game I am excited for is this game right here. Bully, 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 bully. I love Bully. Bully was an old school, all Rockstar games. Everybody knows Rockstar, Grand Theft Auto. And it is a rated T game, a Rockstar T game. That is a rarity, if I do say so myself. Now, this is just a simple game. This is a game from my childhood, a nice addition to the childhood collection, but this is one of those games that was rare for me. I actually played the storyline as a child, and I actually got pretty far with the game. The game was very entertaining. It's a simple concept. It's not crazy fantasies or something like that. No, you're a kid. You're a punk kid who goes to this preppy boarding school. And you do stuff throughout that entire thing. You interact with the teachers. You interact with the students. You do classes. You pull pranks on people. You have all kinds of things kind of similar to what a teenager would have for like bottle rockets, the stink bombs. You ride around on bicycles. It's a very simplistic idealism with the game, but it is a prime example of a story done right. I love the characters in there, or I love how simplistic you can make a game about high school make it so interesting. And as soon as I saw it and it was a good price, I was like, no question whatsoever. I'm getting better with my stuff. Look at that. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Oh my god! So with these, I was enjoying BioShock, but you know what? Since I found these, I'm like, that ain't gonna be a question. I need to play me some Bully tonight, and maybe some and maybe some Mass Effect later. I spent all my time last night going through the first Skylander game and getting all of the Season 1 Skylanders that I had up to right and strength and speed, so they were right and ready to go for the second game, because One thing I like about the second game is they had a challenge where you could set normal, hard, easy, and stuff like that. I did it to hard, which is great, but all my low-level Skylanders are getting their ass kicked. Which shouldn't happen because I have the first Skylander game, which all of the damn characters, except for 1, 2, 3, come from. So, and I beat the first Skylanders game, so I gotta go back, get all the hidden collection, the hidden treasures and stuff like that, get all the treasure chests and the hats. Give me a reason to level each of these guys up. I've been thoroughly, everybody who knows me or whatever, well, now this is the time to do it. I love Skylanders. I love the toy concept where all the characters level up on their game things. I love that. I love that. And you can trim them. It's a very interesting Skylander. It's got Alpha 5 and Invader Zim, so that's always really cool. So, yeah. See, I don't get to do much stuff during the weekdays. I do lawn care for a living. I take care of gas stations throughout the city that I am in. And most during the weekdays, I'm usually a zombie. So I don't do a lot of stuff on the weekdays, except, maybe watch a YouTube video now and then. But other than that, no. It isn't until the weekdays, I give up with these, ding, that I decide, you know what? I could play my video games. And I cannot switch this camera, otherwise I would show you. That might be my next video. Is I have a lot of video games, and what I want to start to do with these Raw Talks is pick a couple of them. Two I wanted to talk about were the games I have here, and talk a little bit about them. I don't have anything to do Let's Plays. I have no idea how I even do those, but I like talking about the experience with them. So, c'est la vie. I got the I still got a while, so let's start with Bully here. So, the general gist, like I said, you are in a prep school and you are playing 15-year-old Jimmy Hopkins. This individual right here, that is the bullshit principal. And long story short, without getting too much into the story, you go throughout this school and interact and stuff like that. You could be your good kid, try to be a good kid, or you could be or you could be, as the name implies, a bully, which I am going to try and be a bully because I was a nice kid when I first played. And you take elective classes, which if you complete your electives, it will give you boosts and benefits to things you can do. You can make things like cherry bombs. You can use bottle rockets. You can throw people in lockers. You can you can play hooky and escape from the teachers and stuff like that. There's all kinds of things you can do in this school. And what really makes it cool is, just like a school, there are all kinds of different kinds of factions on there. You got your nerds, you got your preps, you got your jocks, you got your greasers. Greaser is such an old term now. Oh, but prefects, girls, and teachers. Each one interacts with each people. Oh, that's another thing I like about it. They have a set amount of characters. They have a full school with staff and faculty with characters with their own personalities and individuality. That's what makes it really cool. You can interact with each people, and how you treat these people or how you're affiliated with those people will be how these people treat you and stuff like that. It's very interesting. And like I said, what I like is a simple concept. Just a kid at a prep school. But but they were able to put such a decent storyline into this that'll keep you preoccupied for hours. Like for each faction and stuff like that that you deal with, there's a mini storyline that goes with it. Like it goes to a very, very far storyline, and it's a rare Rockstar rated T game, a very rare Rockstar rated T game. So they make it very interesting. And this one is the 360 one, so they added is the Scholarship Edition. So this has, what does it say? 8 new missions, 4 new classes, 4 new characters, 2 player rated games, new rewards, and achievements. So this is gonna be a fun one. Now, Mass Effect, Mass Effect, Mass Effect, Mass Effect, Mass Effect, Mass Effect, Mass Effect. So people will know I am a huge nerd, as you can see with all the comic books right here, my video games this session. One of the biggest things as a kid two of the biggest things that I enjoyed as a kid was Star Wars and Star Trek. I love sci-fi, I love space, I love aliens, and I love all that stuff. That's the coolest things ever. So that's the first thing that caught towards me. This is the closest thing to a very dramatic sci-fi soap opera. And it spans over 3 games. Andromeda was good. I don't care what anybody says. For what Andromeda was, I enjoyed it. I also say this, I haven't beat Andromeda. But I beat 3. So it can't be as bad as how 3 ended before they did the update. But this is kind of cool that I have all the DLCs and stuff like that, so I get to a full experience. Now, the main general gist, for those who don't know, and I'm amazed if people don't know, you play as Colonel Shepard, a human. You get a whole bunch of presets and can figure things out before you start going on your ship, the Normandy. And you gather a whole bunch of crew of different aliens and humans and cool things. You go on various missions to save the Milky Way galaxy, humanity, and all the different species. It is very political, with councils, species interacting with other species, genophage, Solarians, Turians, all those creatures and all the crazinesses with that. There are plenty of romance situations where you can be with humans, or you can get it on with some alien hotties, which is kind of funny. And they're able to stretch this man's story across 3 extremely long stories with returning characters and just so much stuff. I need to figure out how I'm gonna do these video game and raw talks, so I can figure out how I can talk about them without spoiling those for if anybody comes across this don't know anything about these games. But needless to say, any game that I have, I would recommend to a bunch of people. Even though specifically a good majority of those games I still have, but I still technically haven't even touched yet. I have a lot of games. A good half of them are what I call my childhood collection. Games I played as a child, but want to revisit as an adult so I can fully get an appreciation for the games I loved. In my opinion, as a child, you're not paying attention to the storyline of a game. You're playing it to play it, to have fun, to enjoy it. So now I can go through all the games that I liked and actually enjoy the storyline and enjoy a game that I like, that I know I liked. And games like Jak and Daxter, Ratchet and Clank. I'm coming across a bunch of old games that are so expensive right now, like Graffiti Kingdom, the Dot Hack series. I have quite a collection, and I'm very proud about it. And I'm hoping, and what I want to do with these raw talks and stuff like that is give everybody a personal, in-depth. Again, if you guys haven't, like I said in my first video, in the last video, if you guys haven't seen the Straight from the Monkey's Mouth video, I highly recommend you watching that, because that is pretty much the entire backstory of me up until now. And these videos now will be me currently talking about the things I love while I try to survive a real life and work towards my music career. And you know what? I don't know many things that I can do, but what I like to do is unwind and talk about the things I love. And I say this in all of these videos. I used to do these on Snapchat. Then I decided, why not just upload it to YouTube? Somebody might enjoy listening to me talk about my stuff. So, with that said, this thing is just about done, and this thing is coming up on 16 minutes. So I'm going to end it there. If you like what you see at all, if anybody comes across this, likes my high talking, hit a like, comment, and share. If you guys comment on something, I'll probably talk about it. It's still early into this, and I'm just having fun. So with that saying, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everybody throughout this crazy world, this has been the Monkey Man, and this has been Roll Call Raw Talk. And I will see you guys on the next one. Take it easy, guys.